Deep in the woods lived a little girl with her parents and her grandma. The little girl loved her grandma's delicious pies so much that one day she asked for the recipe. So that's what they did. They baked the pie together. After it was done, they cut the pie into 12 slices. Now let us go to the forest and see if we can find someone who deserves this pie, said Grandma. But no sooner had they stepped out the door when a squirrel dashed across their path and snatched a slice of pie. "Hey, that was our pie," cried the little girl. "Well, I guess we should share it with the forest creatures," said her grandma. So they started walking again. A little while later, a rabbit hopped by and took a slice of pie. Then a deer came along and ate another slice. And soon all the animals of the forest showed up wanting a piece of that delicious pie. They gobbled up the slices as fast as Grandma could cut them. The little girl was very upset. She had wanted to keep the pie for herself, but every time she tried to grab a slice, an animal was quicker than she was. Finally, only one slice remained. "That's it," cried the little girl. "I don't want to share anymore," but before she could stop him, the forest animals had vanished. Suddenly, a deep voice boomed, "Who took my pie?" A giant bear stood growling in front of them. He was so big and scary that the little girl and her parents were too frightened to speak. "I want my pie," roared the bear, and he reached out a huge paw to take the last slice. Then the little girl's grandma did something amazing. She took the knife and cut the last slice into tiny pieces and scattered them on the ground. "What are you doing, Grandma?" whispered the little girl, but Grandma just smiled mysteriously. The bear sniffed at the crumbs on the ground, and his face suddenly broke into a big smile. "You're making bear paw cookies," he exclaimed. "Those were my favorite as a cub." "Oh, I haven't tasted them in ages." The bear's anger vanished, and he sat down on a nearby log. Then Grandma did something even more amazing. She took the pie pan and started to sing. She sang about playful squirrels and nimble rabbits, about graceful deer and busy beavers. And as she sang, the forest animals came back. They had taken their slices of pie, and now they were bringing their friends and neighbors. There were foxes and hedgehogs, owls and woodpeckers, moles and shrews, badgers and butterflies. They all crowded around the bear and joined in singing. Soon the whole forest was filled with music and laughter. The little girl couldn't believe her eyes. All the animals that had been so greedy just moments before were now the best of friends. And she learned that day that sharing and kindness are always more important than being greedy.